Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Kalak Olark, the strongest and smartest of all of the Githyanki, finds himself inside of Last Light Inn again. Astarion serenading the townsfolk here. We are just outside of the main inn itself. And over the course of the last episode, we were trying to help he was a former Flaming Fist, a former city guard, who was unconscious inside of the inn. We examined the body with Astarion and saw that he had calluses on his fingers, and he was singing a tune the entire time. We believed that he was a musician, and that if we could bring back something that means a lot to this person, it might snap his mind back to reality. We went to the House of Healing, which, to be honest, there was not a lot of healing. We need our bard to come over. Stop playing. Found his old loot, and now we're going to try to return it to him. If someone was paying attention, if you guys enjoyed the YouTube videos, please make sure that you hit that thumbs up button. This storyline is super duper cool, and we're at the halfway point right now. So this is looking like it's going to be a pretty big episode. Hey, we've returned. Hello.
Monsters snuffling and stalking in the shade where we are walking.
Pull out the loot that you found and play a little. I was going to try to commune with the man's soul, but I think we've already tried both of these options. So we'll just bring out his loot. It does have his initials on it too, so we're very confident that it belongs to him. I wonder if Astarion's going to play that song. Now, I've never had a bard in my party do this.
Daniel!
Kind of sounded good.
There. He needs help. My loot. You got it back. How?
We killed some shriveled old zombie for it.
You killed a thorn. The Kethric's elite. How did you... Never mind. He needs us. Needs our help. I've been lost in the shadows so long. And I met a boy there too. Thaniel. He's the only reason my mind survived that emptiness, that loss. He told me about someone he knew. Someone called Hausen, a druid. Thaniel spoke of little else. Do you know him?
Hausen? Oh, yes, I know that hunk of a man.
Please, hurry. Thaniel is more than just a boy. He's the spirit of the land. And he's all alone. Without him, the curse won't lift. He said Hausen could help. Find Hausen. Please.
Hausen talks a lot about the Shadow Curse, and that Moonrise may not be the best place for us to go. It's because he knows a lot about it. As we travel back to our camp, we will find Hausen way over here in the corner on the western side. It does seem to me like he's trying to be away from the group. Like, this is psychological. Like, he's ashamed of what's going on here around Moonrise, and he doesn't want to think about it. He doesn't want to be around anyone to talk about it.
The Shadow Curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands.
Yes, about that. There's a Flaming Fist recuperating in Last Light. Seems he escaped from the curse, and he spoke of a boy named Thaniel.
A survivor? Sylvanus blesses us. This could be just the person we need to speak to. Thaniel is no ordinary child. He is the very spirit of this land. If this fist knows where he is, then perhaps we can save him. Save everything. I will go to see him at once. Join me when you can.
Will do. And we know exactly where he's going. And with the use of our magic, we can beat him here. because, of course, when we leave camp, we just go back to where we were standing. Hey, there he is. Halsin has arrived. Should I talk to him? Probably. Probably not the guy again. Probably Halsin.
You're Halsin. Thaniel said to find you. You must help him, please.
I will, but I need to know where Thaniel is. If I venture into the Shadowfell blind, I will never find him.
I'm not sure I can put it into words. The landscape there shifts and changes.
Was there anything that could offer guidance? Was there something that never changed?
Lavender. Whenever I saw Thaniel, I always smelled lavender.
I can work with that. Rest now. Meet me by the lakeshore. I have what we need to proceed, but I'll need your help. Be ready. This may prove perilous.
Maybe it's just because I don't really have a good sense of smell, but like for me, it's not the instrument that just happens to have that guy's initials in it. That's weird. Like that's totally believable, and then we bring him back and for some reason that snaps him out of it. But when Halsin's like, "Oh, lavender, I know exactly where that is inside of this forest," that's the part that messes me up, because if you talk to him, he was like, "Oh yeah, I remember smelling that when we walked in here." But to be fair, Halsin's also a druid and has a pretty big connection with that kind of thing. Did they not tell me where to go? There's a weird, ominous-looking chest. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's an ominous-looking chest, all right. That's an ominous-looking chest. We just saw an ambush. What are these things? Shadow-cursed needle blights. And then, some kind of other tentacle creature on the other side. They don't appear to have, well, they do have vision, but didn't really move as we approached. Perhaps they were waiting for us to touch the chest. Kalark is going to move up first. Yeah, they're not very good at detecting, are they? I think the biggest threat's going to be that one. But I'm pretty sure I could one-shot this thing. We're going to let Lae'zel go first. She's going to stand right next to the biggest threat. And she's going to swing. Will we get surprise round? Do they know that I know? Oh my god, she killed it in one swing. That was a crit, so she used her smite. How much damage did that do? 26, 4, 6, and 32. Well, Lae'zel's now in a fight by herself. Not enough resources for another action, which seems weird. And also, during the same turn, Kalark was brought into the fight. Kalark moves forward and with a swift punch to the stomach. Do weird plant things have stomachs? I hit it there anyway. We took the first one down. Then we're going to do a flurry of blows to take down the second. They explode for quite a lot of damage when they die, it seems. Well, we are going to see Astarion move up. He's got plenty of spell slots for the day. So why don't we just do a nice healing word, level 1. With our life domain bonuses, we get a pretty decent amount of healing out of that, and we will end his turn. I don't know why I can't swing again on Lae'zel, even though my weapon is bound, but I'm not going to worry about it too much, and we'll just go ahead and end that turn. Gale's going to move up and focus one of his fire bolts, Gale. Bolts, Gale. We're not going balls just yet, Gale. I was going to try to find a target on the side, but they're a little too out of range, so he's going to dash forward on his turn. The main threat's already been taken care of, and these are just some pretty little dudes. So we should be okay. Now, funny enough, I think I was supposed to talk to Halsin one more time, and I was just going to wander through the woods until I found Thaniel. But there's a lot of woods I haven't seen. We may run into a few more ambushes just like this. Lae'zel dodges 3 attacks in a row, turns around, and tries to cut the being into 2 smaller pieces. She does manage to connect with that second attack, but once again, taking damage from that explosion. We're going to see Gale move up, and with a level 2 Scorching Ray, disadvantage, you say. Fire off 2 shots on that guy and 1 on the other. Oh, Gale, why was that so bad? Why'd you have disadvantage? It looked totally fine. You seemed like you were gonna thrive there, my dude. Clark moves up and punches one of the creatures in the back of the head, takes 17 damage from the explosion, punches another one just to take another 12 damage, and moves towards the final creature. And man, I wish I could do my pushing blow, but it says I don't have enough movement. Isn't that a shame? We're going to end our turn right there. Meanwhile, Astarion's going to move up and probably just fire off a shot with his crossbow. Actually, that's even still out of range. He's just going to end his turn right there. He's fine. Cutting words to make it miss. It works. We are going to see Kalark do a pushing attack with his flurry. Pushing the enemy away. And not taking that ridiculous amount of damage that they all do when they explode. We have a few potions that'll help us get back up into fighting form. Maybe I should just go back and be like, hey, bro, where'd you smell that lavender in this big forest? Could you help me find the lavender you smelled? For now, everyone's good. What was in the chest? Why did we do all of this? The chest is locked. Let's see if we can unlock it. Oh, yes, we can. Inside... gold, a stone, and some more wood bark. Oh, I think I'm on a better path now, but as my camera went around the corner, I definitely saw something else moving, and it didn't look good. Oh, good. Oh, wonderful. This is literally even worse than what we were just in, and they got the surprise on us. So Kalark takes like 45 fucking damage at the start of combat, is surprised, and now the shadow cursed shambling creature begins to move towards us. We have forgoed our entire turn here. I'm getting pretty freaked out. Kalark has been critically hit. He managed to dodge that spear attack there, but another thing I'm worried about is Kalark is not at the beginning of the next turn order. We are going to need some serious help. Now, I haven't shown you guys this strategy yet, but I think it's time to bust it out, especially as Kalark is nearly dead on the first turn of combat. We are going to see... do you think these guys can be hypnotized? Because that could save Kalark's life, and look how good that lines up. We can hit nearly everyone. I'm gonna try. Who didn't that affect? This one guy? This guy. We hit everyone else. Oh my god, Astarion is the MVP. Everyone is hypnotized here. That is insane. All right, we are going to use our bonus action for a level 1 heal on Kalark. He took over 50 damage in that first turn. Let's start healing that back up. Astarion is then going to move back just a smidgen. He can't. He has no movement. I think he's completely rooted. Lae'zel was going to do something drastically different. Instead, she is going to use the benefit that has been given to her. She's going to jump forward, try to slice this dead Harper that can't dodge. There we go. We hit. And she's just going to very slowly try to whittle down each of these enemies. Kalark, on his turn, is going to do a toppling fury of blows onto the shadow-cursed vine blight to the right of me. That connected for quite a lot of damage. We finish him off with a swift punch to the stomach. Now, where is this guy in the turn order? He's here. So if I punch him now, and he doesn't die, which he did not, we can still end our turn, and then Gale should be able to finish that off with an easy firebolt. So still no one in our party takes any damage here. We are in control of this ambush, at least a little bit, even though no one can really move. That was one of the two that were not totally hypnotized. We're going to use cutting words to make that attack miss. Now the other one, this one much bigger, moves forward. Big swing on Lae'zel, but she dodges it. And we're right back around to Astarion. Lae'zel's going to go first. We are going to cast a bonus action Hex onto the Shadow Cursed Vine Blight in front of her. That's going to give her an extra 1d6 on her attacks, plus extra damage from the ring that she has equipped. Now we're going to start swinging. Boom. Goodness gracious. Goodness. And that is her turn. Astarion does not want to hit anyone that's already hypnotized. So we're going to aim for this small little vine guy on the left side and end our turn. Kalark moves forward with a swift punch to the stomach. Oh, they explode, and that broke all of the hypnotizing we've done. Kalark is going to rogue disengage and run on back here. 1 HP in a dream. Will he live to see another day? I think he might. We are going to cast Fireball on a lot of these smaller enemies here, making sure Lae'zel is not in range of that. Theoretically, I might be able to hit that big guy up top and still chain damage now. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so I'm going to take out all the trash. Here we go. 1 Fireball cast from Gale. Make it better. I'm assuming it went well. It did. Thank you for bringing my camera back. Gale took down all of the trash. We still have a hypnotized enemy at the top who doesn't get a turn this turn. Gale's going to take a step back as well. Now, it is no longer hypnotized, so we need a new plan pretty quick. I don't have one, so here's what we're going to do. Lae'zel's going to jump very far if she's able. Shadow Curse Vines look like they did stop her movement. We don't have the knockback from Eldritch Blast, but she could reapply Hex and still attack from range here to deal decent damage. I did a full cast. That was a mistake. This is not a big deal in the grand scheme of things, but that could have been a little bit more optimized. Didn't do as much damage as I was hoping. Let's go ahead and end that turn. I'm kind of thinking here that I'm going to need to protect my party a bit more. Or do you think he's going to continue to sit at range? He's probably going to move up. I've never used this before. This is freedom of movement. It's a level 4 spell slot. It seems really excessive for a level 4 spell slot. But theoretically, if I cast that on Lae'zel, she would be able to then move forward a little bit more. I still don't think she would be in range. I'm going to Vicious Mockery and hopefully reduce some incoming damage on the next attack. And hope that's enough to get me through this as Kalark continues
with haste
to get to cover. This is not retreating. This is just making sure he can drink. Kalark would never run away. He would never. Oh, almost pulling Astarion back into melee range. We see Digestive Juices cast on Lae'zel. Funny enough, those digestive juices, say that 10 times fast, removed a lot of the vines on the ground that had been placed earlier. Disadvantage on this, because I have the low ground, it's too dark as well. That's probably what happened earlier. I could teleport behind him. I don't think Gale's going to do much damage either way, so we will just head off to the right. Now, Lae'zel steps up. Is this guy hexed already? No? Did the hex not stick? Did I just do something weird? Those are my 2 swings. Astarion is going to Vicious Mockery again. We want disadvantage on every attack this guy does. I think that's why Astarion wasn't pulled into melee range last time. And I'm just trying to make it so there is a very, very appealing target for him to fight. I lost concentration from the vine damage. Okay, thank you.
Well, so
Appreciate
much for
it.
peace.
Clark's still feeling great. He's fine back here. Opportunity attack. Critical hit. Oh my god, we frightened it. We hit it so hard. That's why I didn't do anything else with this turn. We're then going to see Gale shoot off another firebolt, but realistically... Excuse me, Gale. Excuse me, Gale. I was about to say some not great things about your ability to hit. Excuse me, Gale, I take it back. This 8 to 20 is 16 to 40. All right, there's a little trick with heal potions. I think it still works. I don't think it's been patched. We're going to split this stack. We're going to drop it. Separate our party. Lae'zel's going to stand on one side. Kalark's going to stand on the other side. And then Astarion is going to shoot the potion. Boom. 2 heals for the price of 1. Now, the place I was looking for is actually right here. I ended up cutting that corner a little too tight. I didn't want to ask Howson for help, you know. Everyone's always asking Howson to do stuff for him. Kalark can manage things on his own. He's got a good team here. What's that? Sack roots. Shadow root sack. Gross. I kind of thought these guys had a good throwing weapon, but that's actually an ambush that happens down by the water. You know, Act 2 is scary when you can't even keep the ambushes straight in your head anymore. Those guys still completely stuck in the thorns and continuing to take damage for it. Come on, guys! Come on, just move out of the thorns! They're in one spot on the ground. We do have slow fall from our wizard if we need it, and we're going to use that slow fall to hopefully jump to the other side of the gap here. Gale can just barely make it. What about everyone else? Lae'zel seems a bit timid here for some reason. She moves to the edge, makes the jump. No problem. Did you hear that voice? I heard it.
No time to rest.
I heard that voice. Oh. There's a way I can get Astarion and see invisibility, and I keep forgetting to do it. I just remembered that I might need it. Astarion's gonna hang out right here. We're going to see Kalark move forward and try to see who was talking. Hello?
Boo!
Motherfucker!
I saw it! Nobody beats me at hide and
Attack!
seek. Will you play with me?
What? I play with you? Don't startle people like that. I almost broke your neck, child.
Killed! Nobody dies around here, silly. Not like that. Play with me, and you'll see for yourself.
Do you not have anyone else to play with?
I have a mummy, a daddy, and a doggy. They'll be back in a while, but you're here now, and I want to play.
As Kalark takes a moment to just focus on what's going on around him, he realizes that the key of this kid is uneven. And he's going to try to focus in on that and see if he can figure out why. The energy he's giving off isn't just quite right. It's not normal. That's a 14. We rolled a 19. We're going to know.
Below the layers of shadow and curse, you sneak a fleeting glance of this creature's true nature. Not an ordinary child, but not a spectre either. One part of a greater whole, something ancient and oddly sad.
You want to play, little one? Fine. What kind of game do you want to play?
All right. I'll hide, and you seek. Find me, and
The corruption faded off of his face there. Did you see that? He didn't have any on that glowing eye of his. Yes, hide and seek. Yes, a good Githyanki game. Of course, you know, the seekers would always kill the hiders because they were cowards back in the Githyanki creche, but, all right, let's begin.
Get ready, and no cheating.
Hey, Astarion, where did he go? Where could he be?
Where is that spooky little...
I win! I win!
What? Let's play again!
Good idea. You're smarter than some players.
How the fuck did you
I
win?
always tried to leave before I was done with them. Try to find me again, but my family will be looking for you at the same time, so don't get caught!
Oh, he's talking to Astarion. So he literally was like, Astarion can't see me. I'm going to hit him in the back. And he thinks he won because of that. That crazy little kid. Munchkin84, thank you so much for your prime. Thank you for supporting the content. For the record, I was feeling under the weather, so we're recording these videos live on Twitch today. I don't do that every time, but we're doing it today. So, Mummy and Daddy have appeared. We are going to move up for a toppling attack. For all effective purposes, Kalark's fists are magical weapons. That's what I wanted to say. So, I can hit ghosts. That's actually not a problem in this game, as far as I know. That's like a D&D rule that doesn't make any sense, but that's my headcanon here. Daddy almost taken down in one turn, teleports away from Kalark. There's a dog on the other side as well. They're casting Aura of Oblivion. Don't you dare push my... You good? You good? Opportunity attack? Get some vengeance. All right, Lae'zel's going to move forward with a cast of Hex as her bonus action, increasing your damage for the next 2 swings. Boom and boom. Now, you may think it's weird that I'm killing Thaniel's parents in a game of hide and seek, but if you paid close attention, he said no one dies around here. This is all just a game. We're fine. See, here's the fun part, though. Gale's not in combat. So
New horizons.
He's just gonna go over here. This is there's... Wait, what the fuck? Thaniel? Thaniel, was that one of Blackheath's warriors? Great job, Thaniel. Strike them down true. I mean Oliver. Oliver.
You're good at this. Are you sure you didn't cheat? But I can't let you think me a bad sport. Here's your prize. You'll need it.
Technically, I didn't cheat. It was more of a clever use of game mechanics. I'm glad that Oliver saw it the same way. We managed to beat Oliver in his own game, and he gave us a prize for finding him. The Ring of Shadows. That gives us the ability Pass Without Trace, which gives us advantage on our stealth checks. I'll take it. Don't know if we're ever going to use it, but I'll take it. Is there anything else we need to say to Oliver here?
Not back to glow, are you? Nobody likes a bad winner. I still think you might have tricked me. If you did, I'll figure it out.
All right, so we have won his game. I am going to grab this teleport down here just in case we need it. I didn't take the normal path to get over here. We jumped over a bunch of rocks and stuff to get here. I knew it was in the middle of the map somewhere. I didn't need Halsin's help. Oh, that's kind of funny. Because this was the intended path, my game just saved after I completed the objective. As we hop back to the Last Light Inn, have you noticed the combat music is still going? It's a little ominous. We are going to head into the medical wing again and just let everybody know what we've found. Where's Halsin? Oh, Halsin's already outside? Oh, shit. I'm not ready for that. We need to go to sleep. I don't have any spell slots. Or we just do it anyway. Spell slots are a crutch, chat. So, I mentioned a strategy on Lae'zel that I haven't shown you yet. We're going to need to use that strategy here. We only have 2 level 4 spell slots, which will let me do... I'm not going to over-explain it too much. Hey, Halsin, what's up? Why are you over here on the beach? This is weird. Weird you came out here. It's kind of odd, isn't it, Halsin?
I might.
Astarion's going to approach.
You're here. Good. Now we can begin.
I want to know what to expect.
Thaniel is trapped in the Shadowfell. But thanks to your efforts, I know where to look. Now I must go there, alone.
Did I do this quest in opposite order? Did I go help the Shadow clone when I was supposed to help this one for... Should we come with you if it's dangerous?
No. This opportunity has been 100 years in the making. It has to be me. And only me.
He doesn't trust us. You hear that?
But I didn't bring you here to witness an old druid's grandstanding. You have a part to play in this, and I trust you will play it well. With the Oakfather's blessing, I can infiltrate the Shadowfell, but doing so will sap my strength. I'll need your help if I'm to return. I need you to stay here, keep the portal open until I return, and defend it at all costs.
You can count on me, Housen. We will not let you down, and this quick save is going to help make that true.
Good. Now it's important that only I pass through the portal once it opens. The magic is fragile. Any mistake, and our one chance will be lost forever. It took me years of study, of seeking the Oakfather's favor, to find a way to part the veil. Pray that this works. Oakfather, hear me. Aid me. Force
Astarion does a quick prayer to Tiamat.
Make passage for your vessel of light.
Oh, great mighty-headed dragon.
Nathaniel as soon as possible. Stay close to the portal. Buy me what time you can.
All right, bud. So, this is a really hard combat encounter. Legitimately. I was wondering if we were going to be thrown into the combat encounter. We have 5 turns. We have to stay alive and keep the darkness at bay as the darkness tries to rush this portal that Housen just created. You'll notice that the Shadow Crossing does have a health bar, 142 HP. If that goes away, so does the portal. So does Housen. So does Daniel. Very important that we keep that up. If we take a quick look at the landscape, we see some wraiths spawning on our right side. One of them in particular seems to be stronger than the others, and Kalark has already identified that. Meanwhile, on the other side, it appears as though shadow-cursed humanoids are beginning to rise up out of the ground, as well as some dogs on the other side. This is only the first round, so let's see how this goes. Clark is going to rush forward towards, maybe I need a better camera angle. Thank you very much. I will take 1 attack of opportunity doing this. That is totally fine. We're going to rush towards the big wraith that's coming out of the ground in the back and do a toppling blow. Immune to prone, that's fine. We'll punch him in the stomach anyway. So just like that, we've killed the biggest threat closest to the portal. Fantastic start for our friend here. We are then going to get a concentration going on our bard. This is going to be bless. Let's make it a level 2 cast. And I'll try to hit everybody. Kalark, boom, boom, and boom. And then with the rest of his turn, we're going to see Astarion move up closer to the portal. All right. Let's see how they react now that we have gone. One of the wraiths goes into the shadows and hits Clark for 17 damage on the side. Some of that physical, some of that necrotic. The dog we saw up at the top fades into the shadows as well as another of the wraith's attacks. Concentration throw successful. Oh, I'm concentrating on Hex? Interesting. Interesting. I don't have any spell slots. Remember when I said that was a crutch? What I was planning on doing was making darkness here, and it was going to be sick, and I would hold the line. What we have to do instead is bum rush all these guys and hope for the best. Here goes. Hey, we could dig right there. Could have Eldritch Blast. That's definitely for sure. Could have sprinted. That's for sure. I was honestly hoping they would just shoot Lae'zel instead of shooting the portal, so... that's a little unfortunate. We're going to see Gale move to the rock on the left side and casts a wall of fire. That looks pretty good. It says target's too far. That will hit them, right? If that doesn't hit them... All right! So every enemy that approaches is going to have to move through that. I was kind of thinking about shadow stepping Gale up to the cliff here, but that would be a level 4 spell slot to do that. So we're not going to do that. He's going to end his turn right there. The pilgrim runs into the fire and dies as Kalark begins punching at the shadows all nearby. More enemies begin flying in. We see crows, ravens, as well as vines, the roots themselves of the forest starting to spring up against us. Kalark is going to continue to punch. I have one more toppling attack. I'm not going to use it now. This is just going to be another swing to the side, and that's going to end his turn. Meanwhile, Astarion is going to cast a Glyph of Warding. This is a level 3 spell, and we can do a lot of stuff with this. We can pick a bunch of different elements. We can do some knockbacks. We can do sleeps with this. All really cool stuff. We're just going to do lightning damage, and we're going to put it right there. That poor stool. Oh, man. Sorry, stool. If anyone steps on that glyph, as you could see, it kind of erupts into a bunch of damage. We're going to use our offhand attack with our crossbow, which I have never once used, to finish off that shadow creature on the right. The dogs that have spawned inside of the wall of fire try to creep forward again. The Harper's in there, being melted alive as well. Lae'zel's turn is up, and one of the shadowy beasts does make it up the walkway. Are these guys gonna shoot? I'm just gonna kill this stuff next to Lae'zel. Wow, that was an 84% chance to hit with advantage. And she missed twice. Oh my goodness. The ranged attacks are continuing to hit this as the people shooting were inside of the fire. Oh my god. Gale does see some beings way off in the back, and it does say that I can hit them. I don't know if I believe them. These guys are definitely gonna run down into our stuff. That bird's almost dead. Let me focus on this shadowy creature behind us, because I'm afraid of the damage it could do. 1 HP! Oh no! Well, here they go dashing in. If they're dashing, that means they're not attacking. They hit the wall of fire and run through to the other side. Ooh, they found a pixel. Meanwhile, the Raven next to Lae'zel gets hit with an attack of opportunity and dies. Kalark has no enemies next to him. Never mind. Kalark has many enemies next to him. One is a gigantic wraith. We are going to use a staggering hit and follow that up with a few swings. Perfect. Keeping the largest creatures at bay, like it's his day job. I could shoot. We could try. Yes, Vicious Mockery will kill this shadow. Perfect. And then I'm going to move forward, and once again with that offhand attack onto the other shadow next to Kalark. That gets taken down as well. Now, these guys moving up on the left side are a bit more scary. We're going to need to crowd them, I think, at the very least. Lae'zel is going to recast her hex that she is concentrating on. I'm going to hit this Shadow Cursed Harper a bit close to us. He has a crossbow as well, so he does have an angle on the... Fuck! Oh, no! He does have an angle on the turret that these other guys didn't quite have. There is a way that I can get close enough. It shows it to me for a second, and then it calculates the movement. What if I go this way?
No time to waste.
Yes. Look at that mastery of game mechanics. That's what you get after you play a game for 700 fucking hours. All right, in our turn. All right, good. Gale, level 4 fireball to the back corner. Yahtzee! Hey, that got rid of most of them. We only have level 1 spell slots now. That didn't even get rid of most of them, really. But it did weaken them at least a little bit. Bastina, thank you so much for the 25 months of support here on Twitch. Appreciate you, my dude. Thank you. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Oh, they're dashing. That's a good sign. All right, we can deal with this. We can deal with this. We're fine. Lae'zel's in a great spot, too. Attack of opportunity. Dead. Okay. They are starting to get a bit closer. If you guys could stay clumped, that would make my job a lot easier. Astarion is up. We're going to use another of his glyphs of warding on the ground. Ooh, shit. Is that going to be a level 4 spell slot? I mean, I guess that's fine. Let's just do some thunder damage to these guys. Taken care of. Kalark is going to bonus action dash with his rogue action. And make his way up here to hit this guy in the back. Shadow Curse Zealot, 41 HP. He gained a lot of ground. I'm worried about that guy. That hit may or may not connect once the gods have decided what the numbers are. We're going to swing one more time. Target down. We're going to get in his way and use our reaction if he tries to move around us. Astarion is mostly done with his turn, but he's going to use one of his level 1 spell slots to just top up Kalark.
I will ascend.
Lae'zel could move back and slice and dice this guy. If we take him down, we've killed all spawns. Yes, indeed. That makes me feel like I'm a bit ahead of the curve. Oh, this is going really, really well. I really should have rested before this. Like, every plan I had got thwarted except for the firewall because of my lack of spell slots. But that's fine. That's fine. Wait, did we just straight up win?
It's done.
There were 2 turns left. I've never seen that end early. Wow.
But something's wrong. Dreadfully wrong. No.
Uh-oh, spoiler alert.
Can't be.
Oh, no. Oh, no, it's part of... Is there, like, a piece of him missing?
No.
I asked if he was dead.
But some part of him is... missing. He's... hollow. I need to examine him back at the camp. Come see us when you can.
I didn't do this quest right, Chad. I'm sorry. I did it so out of order. That's just how enlightened Kalark is, dude. He just knew. He was just gonna handle it. To be clear, he did say back at camp, right? Okay, here he is. The big man wasn't showing up for a second. I thought he went back to last night. Forgot who he was partied with. Thought he was with the Harpers for a second. Hey, bud.
Thaniel is resting. But it's no easy slumber. I discovered what's wrong with him. The shadows rendered him in two when they bore him away to the Shadowfell. Half of his essence remained here, amidst the curse. What stayed behind would have been the strongest part of him. But after all these years left in the darkness, corruption must have taken hold.
How can Kalark help?
It's both simple and not. We need to find Thaniel's missing half and make him whole again. Only the missing half may not come willingly. The curse will have sunk its tendrils deep, twisting Thaniel's essence into something else.
You don't say. I met a strange little child named Oliver. He was around Thaniel's age. You don't think that would happen to be him, would you?
And you saw this boy yourself.
Played hide and seek with him.
That can't be a coincidence. But we need to be sure. And I truly mean we, if you wish. Every moment counts, and I've asked much of you already without being at your side.
All right. Leave it to me.
This doesn't have to be your burden alone.
I thought I was declining him joining my party or something.
And I've asked much of you already without being at your side. If you want me, I'm yours. Against the curse, against the absolute. Anything. Just say the word.
All right. Stay here for now, you hunk of muscle.
I'll be ready.
God, could you imagine how strong Kalark could be if he could have the muscle definition of Housen? I'm a lean, mean fighting machine. Wait until I bulk up. It's going to be devastating. I'm going to break the planet in half. We have to go talk to Thaniel again, I think. The Shadowed Battlefield is the waypoint we picked up right next to him. Excuse me, we have to talk to Oliver again. who's right over here. But as you know, me and Oliver go way back. We're best friends.
Not back to gloat, are you? Nobody likes a bad winner.
No, you said that
Shrouded in
already.
Shadows, the child's resemblance to Thaniel is unmistakable. This must be his dark half, warped by the curse.
I still think you might have tricked me. If you did, I'll figure it out.
You want to come home, bud? You want to go see Thaniel?
Spoil sport. I'm not going back. I like it here. I've made a family for myself. I get to play all the time.
Attack! No, we'll try to be sensible here. We've all been young before. We know how it feels. Like it or not, Oliver, you don't belong here. Now, come on. We can bring you back to safety. We can get you out of the shadows, around people who will care for you again, Oliver.
Yes, I do. You can't make me do anything. I don't want to play with you anymore.
What?
A slippery little bugger, isn't he? He'll be looking for somewhere safe. Somewhere where the shadows are nice and strong.
Ah! Oliver! Funny enough, this was the same fight I stumbled into at the end of an episode earlier. Oliver is looking to seek refuge here in the shadows. And Daddy and Mommy Dearest are back once again. Our party's still pretty worn out after their day of adventuring. Let's see if a hypnotic pattern cast at level 5 will get us ahead of this situation. Daddy fell right to sleep, and funny enough, so did Thaniel. But Mummy Dearest is still ready to attack. Do you think I can bite it? You can't bite the undead, of course. That'd be vile. That would be gross. Gelid7, thank you so much for your Twitch Prime. Thank you for the support. I hope you enjoy your stay. Oh, we're going to go to the left. Kalark, with his last little bit of key for the day, is going to do a toppling attack onto Mummy Dearest. The best mummy ever. Just dealt 60 damage to the Night Dome that is protecting Thaniel. Kalark runs up to the Night Dome and just starts punching the shit out of it. Yes, that's how we're gonna break this guy out of here.
Just left me alone.
Lae'zel moves up to the dome. I'm sure this will be very relaxing for Oliver, and he's totally gonna understand what's happening. She calls upon the demonic power given to her by her patron and casts Eldritch Blast onto the dome. Gale moves up and casts a firebolt onto the dome. And then he's actually going to tuck in next to Lae'zel just to be on the safe side. Kalark does not have any more flurries, but he does have fists. And he's going to embed them into the dome, which is starting to crack and show a lot of signs of wear as it's hitting about half
Stop it right now.
health.
Sorry.
With the dad still hypnotized, I'm not sure we'll be attacked. And how this is supposed to work is Oliver is constantly spawning in more things. And I think because he's hypnotized, he's not doing that either. I've never done it this way. This is kind of cool. We are going to just fire off some hand crossbow shots at the dome with Astarion with the rest of his turn. I thought I could do that with my bonus, but that is not the case. Lae'zel, now moving into melee range, is going to hit a lot harder. The dome is visibly shattering to our adventures right now, as it is below 1/3 HP. Firebolt one more time from Gale. Now, the Hypnotize will break this turn, so we might start to see some new things come into play. But Astarion's going to continue to shoot. Ooh, you got in the way, Daddy Dearest. Sorry. Kalark begins punching again. 16 damage, followed by 13, and then an offhand strike. 34 HP remaining.
You want to play? Let me show you my favorite toy.
Oh God, I've never seen that.
Make my own fun if I have to. And my own friends.
I thought he spawned in a bunch of small things like over here. Yes, like that. I've never seen the fucking owlbear. We're gonna ignore the fact that Daddy Dearest just hit you, right? One more swing and we break the dome!
Why couldn't you just leave me alone? Why can't I just stay here playing? I had everything I've ever wanted, right here! And you've ruined it. I'm not leaving. You can't make me.
Okay, my patience is wearing thin. Oh, I do like number 3. You have what you want, but not what you need, Thandel. He's your friend, your kin. He is you. I feel like Githyanki take great pride in other Githyanki, and that's what I would say.
He's nothing to me. He left me here all this time. I had to do everything for myself. Even when it was scary, even when I was alone. I didn't give up.
Nobody's to blame here. The curse tore you two apart. Now you can be reunited.
But would he even want me back? I've changed. A lot.
Change is good. That's what growing up is all about. Do you think Kalark was always the strongest and smartest? No, I changed to be that way. And together you two will become more than you were before as well.
So I wouldn't have to make up friends to play with anymore. I'd have someone real.
If you consider yourself some...
And he would
yes!
too, I think. All right, I'll do it. I want to do it. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for playing with me.
You're welcome. Little fucking rascal. Are we in a different camp? What the fuck? That's confusing. Hey, you made it back!
Towson spoke to me while I was sleeping. He spoke of you. Said that you fought shadow and spite to restore me. 100 years of sickness almost ended. I feel every root that riddles the earth beginning to unfold. But there is one anchor, still holding the shadows in place. The soul that brought it into being, for the land to heal. Ketheric Thorm must die.
Is that the shadow curse talking, or is that real? Well, if that's what we need to heal the land, then our mission became even more clear. We were already a double agent working against Ketheric. Now, if we kill him, we will heal this land as well. And that's where we're going to end today's episode. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the 2-parter. I hope you couldn't tell. I feel fucking miserable the whole time. I'm trying, dude. I'm trying my best. If you guys made it to the end of the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Appreciate you being here, and I'll see you again tomorrow.